Hera, open a new voice log entry.
Acknowledged. Recording.
Okay. This is Captain Liv Rhodes, personal log entry for 7 of October 2126. This will be my final week aboard Kronos 2. In just a few days, I'll be leaving Saturn behind and making my way to my new assignment on Ceres. A bit odd, actually, saying it out loud. Anyway, all mining sites are running smoothly. Overnight harvest totals are a bit lower than I'd like. Oh, we had some sputtering on the number 12 RCS thruster, but Jack and I managed. Oh, Jack. Good. Hold on a tick. Hera, pause recording.
Acknowledged, Captain Rhodes.
Morning, sunshine. And how are we feeling today? Jack, are you with me? Hera, let's go ahead and run Jack's calibration program.
Acknowledged.
Right. You go, Jack. I'll see you in a few.
Module D221. Manual dexterity. I am Hera, Central AI for the Kronos 2 Orbital Mining Facility. I will guide you through this calibration program. First, close your hand to form a fist. Now extend your index finger. Good. To proceed, use your index finger to press the hollow button in front of you. Now reach out and grab the glowing disc that just appeared. When you are ready, throw the disc into the goal in front of you. Target hit. Excellent throw. Calibration module complete. Please stand by. Module M-101. Basic motor functions. Please pull the handle above you to exit the activation pod. This labor unit will guide you through the module. Now carefully follow it by pulling yourself through the environment using any solid surface. Please take your time and follow the guide. Now carefully pull yourself forward and release to glide to calibration module complete. Module M205. Maneuvering thrusters. Your hands are equipped with maneuvering thrusters, allowing you to move more freely in zero gravity. Activate left thruster. Activate right thruster. Now please exit the activation pod and use your maneuvering thrusters to reach the door ahead. Thrusters can be used in short bursts or held down for continuous usage. Good. Now navigate the environment using only your maneuvering thrusters. Do not grab any surfaces during this test. Calibration module is complete. Module C-111. Communication. We will now calibrate your communication system. When someone speaks to you, a reply notification may appear above your wrist. You may then respond by holding down the dialogue button on either hand and selecting a reply with your index finger. Hold down the dialogue button now. Input confirmed. Now hold down the dialogue button and select a reply.
Like this?
Correct. Vocal selection acknowledged. Often you will have a limited time to select a reply. In these cases, silence is considered a viable option. Do you understand?
How long do I have to reply?
Most often you will have 10 seconds to reply, but this number may vary under special circumstances. Now exit the activation pod and move into the room ahead. You can also initiate conversations at points of interest throughout the world. If you look at certain people or objects while you are close to them, their name will appear, and an icon will indicate that you can use the dialogue button. You may then hold down the dialogue button and select an option, just like a reply. Now start a conversation with the labor unit, and speak about the Fury transport model in this room.
Unit 42, what is your primary directive?
To assure the safety and well-being of Kronos 2 station personnel.
Who serves aboard the Kronos 2 station?
Captain Olivia Rhodes and you, the prototype Series 11 android designated as Echo 1.
A Mark 1 Fury transport, 1/48th scale.
Be advised, while real Fury transports can be used to travel to distant locations across the Kronos 2 station, I do not recommend attempting to ride this one.
Noted.
Communication system fully calibrated. Would you like to proceed to the next module?
I'm ready to proceed.
Acknowledged. Please stand by. Module A-131. Data scanner. Error. Calibration program failure. Stand by for reboot.
The directors have been pushing to make fully automated deep-space mining the company's top priority. Your Echo unit is the perfect subject for our initial test runs.
This is crap. I'm 1 week from leaving, and you're just now telling me Jack's not coming.
Command wants the Echo unit to assume your duties when you leave for Sirius.
Well, how long has Command
Olivia.
known about... Jack? Sorry, I have to go. Kronos 2 out. Jack? What happened?
My calibration program crashed. I appear to be stuck in the activation pod.
That's odd. Your diagnostic program's never just flat out crashed before. It must have suspended the pod's release procedures.
In the event of activation pod failure, Titan Protocol recommends performing a complete power cycle of the pod, followed by a level 3 inspection of...
You're all set. Listen, about my conversation with Command, how much did you overhear?
Not much.
Well, okay. I'm just gonna put it out there. You're no longer coming with me to Ceres.
What do you mean?
The directors want you to take over my duties as commander of the station. It'll just be you and the labor units. No humans.
So this is our last week together.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Look, they just hit me with this news a few minutes ago. I mean, Command splitting us up, I never even considered it a possibility. I'm not entirely sure what to say. Except... I'm sorry, Jack.
There's no need to apologize, Olivia. While the situation is unfortunate, it's not your fault.
Come on then. No sense putting it off. Let's get our last week started. Why don't you go activate the bridge while I pull the overnights?
Copy that. Did you say you wanted me to activate the bridge?
That I did. Towards the forward center console. Jack, where are you going? The controls to activate the bridge are at the front of the ship.
Right, just give me a moment. Will you have Series 8 labor units with you on Ceres?
I'm sure. But fortunately, I won't need to rely on the labor units have always been a deal.
They lack my core learning modules, if that's what you mean.
More to it than that. Yeah, that's more or less the gist of it.
Did you throw that on purpose?
This is an official Echo Arena disc. Where did you acquire it?
My dad got it for me at a match back on Juno. You know, you'd probably be pretty good at it. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to play?
No, I am not programmed for it.
Sure, but I bet you could learn. Or at least, if you wanted to.
Can I assist you?
This is the first helium-3 deposit mined at the Kronos 2 facility. The Kronos 2 station has been in operation for over 5 years. Liv has been its longest tenured captain. This hull plate is from Liv's first accident on the station. Unless we experience 22 further incidents in the next week, she will end her tenure as captain with the fewest accidents in Kronos 2's history. Are you going to leave these behind?
I hadn't really thought about it. Why, do you want to keep them?
And what purpose would I have for toy dinosaurs?
Something to remember me by?
You forget my memory is archived. I can remember you anytime I wish.
Suit yourself. It won't be the same.
Will you get a plaque to commemorate your own tenure as captain, Liv?
What? Why would I get a plaque?
The first captain of this station received one, and your performance has exceeded his by every metric.
That's not really how it works, Jack, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Why do you find these creatures appealing?
Bulldogs are a symbol of the British spirit. We don't want to know when the odds are against us.
Ah. Sounds familiar.
Oh, shut up, Jack.
Transitioning to daytime cycle.
I'm really going to miss this part. I'll get started on the morning checklist in a bit. Just give me a moment to soak in this view.
Take your time. Let's get started on that checklist.
You sure? There's no rush. It is our last week, after all.
You're right. We can wait and take in the view.
For a little while, at least.
Yes, for a little while. You seem upset.
You're getting way too good at reading human responses, you know that.
Well, I have had a few years of practice.
Yeah. It shows.
Command splitting us up. It bothers you.
I just thought you'd be coming with me, is all.
No assignment is ever permanent. I would think you'd know that better than anyone.
Well, that's certainly true.
It is entirely possible that we will work together again sometime in the future.
Maybe. Here's hoping. So, Jack, I suppose congratulations are in order.
For what?
For your promotion.
There's really no need for that.
Come on now, it's a big deal. In a few days, you'll be Captain Jack. So, congratulations, Captain Jack.
What I mean is, as an Echo unit, I hold no official rank. So technically, I can't be promoted.
Right. Well, that's too bad. Captain Jack has quite the ring to it.
Also, you are the only person who calls me Jack. To everyone else, I am merely Echo 1.
Is that your way of saying you're going to miss me?
I have no...
What was that? Jack, did you feel that? What the hell? Please tell me you can see that.
Affirmative. I see it.
Any idea what it is?
I'm afraid not. There are no records of any such phenomenon in the Atlas Interplanetary Database. It is an anomaly.
What the... Jack, are you alright?
Never mind me. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Whatever that was, it looks to only have affected the electronics. Are you sure you're okay?
Minor glitches. No permanent damage. Liv, it's possible that anomaly is not entirely stable.
You think?
Priority alert.
The holotable. Something's wrong.
I'll investigate.
Hera, initiate broad spectrum scan. Focus on the following coordinates.
Hera, status report.
Multiple Tier 1 malfunctions detected.
Isolate and identify.
Acknowledged. Isolating. Awaiting input. Saturn Orbital Zone Beta. Orbital Mining Facility. Designation, Kronos 2. Central Mining Station. Malfunctions isolated.
That is a lot of red.
Perhaps it's not as bad as it looks.
Ground fault recorded in the cargo bay. Possible circuit overload. Reading marked temperature increase in the core containment chamber. Lockdown procedures in effect. Power failure reported in primary oxygen garden. Emergency failsafes triggered.
What, that's it? That's all we've got to go on?
Hera, can you give us an in-depth scan of each affected area?
Negative. Unable to establish communication with cube satellites.
Wait, we lost the CubeSats? How the hell did we... Forget it. Let's just have a look for ourselves. Where are you, you little bugger? Ah, here we are. Jack, could you do us a favor and scan this CubeSat?
I'll need to calibrate my scanner first. Stand by. It'll only be a moment.
Awaiting manual input for calibration. Module A-131, Data Scanner. Your scanning tool allows you to collect data on anything in the environment. Please exit the pod to begin calibrating it. Please follow me to the disk spawner at the back of the room. Now activate your scanner by pressing the button on top of your hand. Both of your hands have this functionality. Good. Now aim the scanner at the I/O port on the disk spawner and hold the trigger to initiate a scan. After scanning something, its name will appear next to your hand on the scanner's data tab. To see the results of your scan, grasp the tab and pull it away from your hand. Pull the data tab now. Excellent. Use the button on top of your hand to deactivate the scanner now. Good. To complete this module, gather scan data on 5 other materials or objects. Four scans remaining. Three scans remaining. Initiating human sarcasm. I thought we were friends, Echo 1. 2 scans remaining. One scan remaining. Calibration module complete. Please stand by.
All set?
Scanner fully calibrated.
Heads up. Give that CubeSat a scan. See if you can work out what's wrong with it.
Scan complete.
Right. Well, what's the story?
According to these readings, something was disrupting the CubeSat's ability to communicate with the rest of the sensor network.
Was?
My scanner appears to have reset the CubeSat's transmitters and restored the connection.
Oh, well, problem solved. All you have to do is find and scan every last CubeSat we have scattered across the entire facility.
Sounds like fun.
Of course, it would to you. I'll send an objective to your ARM computer, but consider it low priority for now.
Objective received.
Right then, on to the real problems. What do you think? What's next?
Hera, status update on your scan of the anomaly.
Scan currently 3% complete.
3%? What's the problem?
The sensor network is attempting to perform a full spectrum scan of an unknown entity. It might take a while.
Lovely. Well, in the meantime, we've got 3 Tier 1 malfunctions that need our attention. What do you say we get started on those repairs?
Good idea.
I'll need a few minutes to pull today's command codes off my console. You can just keep yourself occupied till then, I'm sure.
Of course. Unit 12, are you
Please keep
alright?
your hands
Were
and
you
arms
damaged by
in
that
your
pulse?
eyes at all status report. Negligible damage received to internal coolant systems. All other systems nominal.
Good. Proceed with your current assignment.
Affirmative. Telemetry error. Compensating.
Jack, where are you going?
Ready to go?
No, not yet.
Well, just let me know when you are.
Ready when you are.
Come on then. Let's go sort out those malfunctions. Not the best way to start our last week. Don't believe we've ever seen this many malfunctions all at the same time.
Shouldn't we notify command?
Tell them what, exactly? That there's a mysterious thing terrorizing the station. I'd rather we just wait for the results of Hera's scan. At least then we might actually have something to report.
An encrypted audio file. Curious. When the anomaly scrambled the CubeSat, it inadvertently connected them to a secure Atlas Corporation network. If I scan more of them, I may be able to crack the encryption. This remote-control Fury transport was left on the station by one of Liv's predecessors. Liv always wanted to find another one so we could race them. It seems the Kronos 2 Grand Prix will never occur.
What the?
Warning, unsecured cargo in the hold.
Yeah, that much I worked out. Can you tell me why we have unsecured cargo in the hold?
Negative.
Okay, well, we might want to look into that. All right, Jack. Looks like there's a lot to do this morning.
Any priority alerts?
Well, it'll be your station soon. What problem do you want to tackle first?
Send the data to my ARM computer. I'll have a look. I'm starting to crack the encryption. If I find more CubeSats, I should be able to save the completed audio file to my ARM computer. That will let me share any files I find with Liv once I've gathered enough information.
Those crates are already secure. Leave them where they are.
I need to open my ARM computer. Let's see.
Take a look at your objectives on your ARM computer and let me know which one you want to address first.
Let's get the cargo bay squared away.
All right. One of the cargo banks must be malfunctioning. We probably blew a fuse. I'd start by checking the fuse compartment at each cargo bank. Hera, unlock them, please. Just don't pull any good fuses, or we'll have loads more cleanup to do.
This fuse is blown. We'll need a replacement.
Affirmative. Wait there, I'll bring you a new one from the supply drawers. This should do it.
Thank you.
Got you covered.
Power flow restored. Maglocks coming online.
Copy that. Go ahead and secure the cargo.
I should put this away. Strong contact from the Maglocks. That's one down. Standard Atlas Corporation cargo containers, magnetically secured. This device is designed to purge high levels of radiation. Hopefully, we never have to use it.
The cargo bay is still a mess, Jack. We need to get it squared.
Solar panels like these help provide power to the mining equipment across the facility. Standard practice for stations of this size. Just one more to go. Liv, is this your EVA helmet?
It's just a spare. Don't worry about it. I doubt I'll ever need it at this point.
Very well. We aren't troubleshooting this problem yet. I should follow Liv. Cargo secure.
Let's lock the system down to make sure this doesn't happen again.
I'll throw the lockdown lever.
Jack, that's not... Oh, now you did it.
Oops.
That was a good fuse, Jack. Put it back.
Lockdown engaged.
Thanks, Jack. I feel better already. Let's move on, shall we? Well, there's still the temperature spike in core containment and the power failure in the oxygen garden. What's next on the agenda?
Let's investigate the temperature spike in core containment.
Okay, follow me.
Find anything?
Nothing conclusive. Your body is radiation hardened. Care to take a look inside?
I'll see what I can ascertain.
Hera, disable all containment safety protocols and unseal the hatch.
Acknowledged. Awaiting manual operation.
Head on in. I'll see you on the other side. You'll need to seal yourself in before we can expose the cores, Jack.
I should finish calibrating my radiation shield before we continue.
Acknowledged. Standing by.
Module A, 251. Radiation shield. Your scanner can detect hazardous radiation fields capable of damaging you. Please activate your scanner and use it to assess the irradiated area ahead. Your scanner places tracking points that display the area's radiation level. When you are ready to proceed, please exit the activation pod. Your radiation shield will protect you for a limited time. A shield meter is located on both of your wrists below your arm computer. You can use this to monitor your shield levels. Now please use your scanner to find the least hazardous route through the room and reach the exit. Higher levels of radiation will drain your shield faster. The radiation monitor on your wrist displays the radiation level of your current location. Please keep it in mind. If your shield is depleted, your body will suffer irreparable damage. Please be careful. You can draw energy from induction panels to replenish your radiation shield. This module will complete when your shield is fully recharged. Please pull the handle toward you to begin recharging. Calibration module complete. Please stand by.
Radiation shield fully operational.
Copy that. Let's get started by opening the core enclosures. The code is 5826.
Authorization accepted. Warning. Radiological activity detected.
Oh. That explains the temperature spike.
At least one of the fusion cores is leaking radiation.
Your scanner should help you zero in on the source. Pretty far off the mark. Try scanning somewhere else. Nice shot. I'd say that warrants a closer look. I'll activate the I/O port so you can scan it to open the enclosure.
Shields at 95%.
Remind me what to do next.
Use your scanner to find out which enclosure is the source of the radiation. Then open it by scanning its I/O port.
Enclosure unlocked.
You'll need to scan the individual cores to determine which is causing the problem.
Microfractures in the fuel assembly. Radiation at unsafe levels.
That could contaminate the entire fuel reserve. We'll need to jettison the core. To unlock it, enter 6102 at the central console.
Core released.
Bring it to the disposal conduit at the bottom of the chamber. Once you open the conduit, you'll need to seat the core into the launch tube and use the lever to eject it. Keep an eye on your shield levels while you're in transit.
Emergency disposal conduit online. Fusion core marked for disposal. Stand by. Awaiting manual confirmation. Radioactive material jettisoned.
The area is still irradiated.
There has to be another damaged core. Check the other enclosures.
I'll keep looking.
A second hotspot. I'm activating the I/O port so you can check the enclosure.
This core is similarly damaged.
Bloody hell. It has to go. Punch in 7641 at the central console to unlock it. Same routine here. Run it to the disposal conduit and jettison the core.
Emergency disposal conduit online. Fusion core marked for disposal. Stand by. Awaiting manual confirmation. Radioactive material jettisoned.
Radiation levels returning to normal.
Thank God for that. Looks like we live to fight another day. Let's shut the enclosures so we can get you out of there. Re-enter the code in the center console. 5826.
Core containment re-engaged.
You're looking a bit worse for wear. Maybe you should use your ARM computer to upload to another shell?
Initiating manual reboot.
Reboot initiated.
I'll meet you on the other side, by the hatch. Looking sharp, Jack. Did you get dolled up for me?
I know you like it when I look my best.
Such a gentleman. Chamber temperature is back within normal limits. Nice job in there, Jack.
Thank you.
Well, the power failure in the oxygen garden is all that's left. Follow me, Jack. Looks like the power failure knocked out the door to the oxygen garden. I'll pull the manual release. And of course, the access panel is stuck. Jack, I think you're gonna have to cut through.
I'll need to calibrate my reactive cutter first.
Right. Considering the power outage, let's also calibrate your entry light.
Module A 901. Reactive cutter. Please exit the activation pod and proceed to the door ahead. Activate your reactive cutter by pressing the glowing touch point on the underside of your wrist. Highlighting cuttable surface. Use the reactive cutter to cut through the highlighted brackets. please cut through the highlighted brackets to proceed. Cutter functionality test complete. Lift open the door to proceed. Highlighting cuttable surface. Use your reactive cutter to cut out a portion of the highlighted panel. Once you have cut away enough of the panel, press the hollow button to complete this calibration module. Calibration module complete. Please stand by. Module H-144. Helmet visor. You can open and close your helmet visor by pressing the button on the left side of your helmet with your index finger. Please open your helmet visor now. Now please exit the activation pod and proceed to the room ahead. You can activate your headlamp by pressing a button on the right side of your helmet. Once your headlamp is on, shine it on my location. Well done. I am moving to new coordinates in the next room. Find me and shine your headlamp on my location. Excellent. Please press the button on the right side of your helmet to turn off the headlamp and complete the module. Calibration module complete.
Reactive cutter and headlamp calibrated successfully.
Copy that. Cut through the access panel so we can pull the door release handle.
Jack, you're blocking my view.
Excellent, follow me. Let's get started. Hope you're not afraid of the dark.
Athena,
Can you
bring
use
up
your
the next
headlamp
candidate,
to help me
please.
find the electrical grid maintenance panel?
Affirmative.
Now this one's promising. Accepted into the USN Aerospace Academy at 16. Exemplary marks in engineering, geology, robotics. Elite stuff. All the versatility you could want in an astronaut. The USN even approached her for the Pythias initiative, but she declined. I'm not interested in leaving the solar system on
Despite
this.
the damage, the test groups appear unharmed.
She's right on the money. Took some prying, but the interviewer got her to open up about her family. The younger brother, Jackson. You could tell they were close. Probably had to look after him a lot with two scientists for parents. That's just what we need for Echo 1. She's perfect.
Olivia, I've located the maintenance panel.
Perfect. Keep your light on it for a moment while I remove the cover. Heads up, Jack. Coming through. Looks like we've got some fused wiring.
Status report?
The short caused a full system crash. We'll need to reset each of the environmental controls. Can you find the emergency junction while I sort out this mess?
You will certainly be leaving Kronos 2 with a vast surplus of duct tape, Liv.
That's because duct tape fixes everything.
Everything?
What? You don't think so?
No, it can't. I have repair schematics for over 50,000 hardware profiles, and none of them mention duct tape.
Well, you're just not being creative enough.
As you say, Captain. Liv, this airlock has been inoperable for 57 days.
And when that hits 64 days, it'll no longer be my problem.
You mean it will be my problem?
Heavy is the head that bears the crown, Jack.
I've reached the junction cover. Did you bring a spanner?
Just cut through the bolts. We can deal with the cleanup after we figure out what's wrong with the station.
Affirmative. Going hot. Electronic interface. I'll need to use my scanner to link up with the I/O port. First, I need to scan the I/O port to turn this on. Emergency power online.
The backup conduit only has enough juice to diagnose one system at a time. Go ahead and get started when you're ready.
I'll need to cut the bolt off this cover too. The alert must have shut down water flow to the hydroponic systems.
It's designed to seal the main reservoir in case of a breach. You pump the handle to restore pressure to the plumbing.
I can pump this handle to restore pressure to the irrigation system.
Water flow restored.
Irrigation system within operating parameters.
Good. That should help keep the plants healthy. Use the junction to select another system.
The O2 mixture is off. I'll need to adjust the levels of atmospheric exchange.
Careful with that, Jack. One of us still has to breathe the air here for the next few days.
Bioregenerative systems calibrated.
CO2 capture optimized for both plant and mammalian passengers.
Mammalian, huh? How flattering.
Apologies, Liv. I didn't mean to sound clinical.
Once I'm gone, you'll probably be able to shut down this part of the ring.
I think I'll keep it, actually. To add color.
Jack, you aren't starting to enjoy botany, are you?
Yes.
A robot gardener. I guess the truth really is stranger than fiction. That's 2 down. Let's tackle the last system.
The transformer can't form a complete circuit.
We probably need to realign the coils. Run a scan to confirm.
I need to interface with the transformer's I/O port before I can unlock the coils. Conversion coils unlocked.
As long as we can still form one complete row, we should be able to get the transformer back online.
Power current stabilized.
Conversion process successful. Current strong.
Nice job. Once I finish replacing these wires, we should be able to get the lights on. Hera, verify all Oxygen Garden subsystems.
Subsystems within normal parameters.
Right, I'm about done here. Do you see the access panel near me?
I see the access panel.
Good. You'll need to wait and throw the main breaker on my mark. Got it?
Acknowledged. I will await your command before throwing the breaker. Removing utility cover. Please stand by.
I've got to pump the primer handle before you throw the breaker. Let me know when you're ready and I'll count us down.
On your command.
Acknowledged. Throw the switch in 3, 2, 1. I'm clear.
Oxygen garden operational. Environmental control systems restored.
That's one more system we don't have to worry about.
Hopefully it stays that way.
Don't jinx it, Jack. There's no wood to knock on around here. All right, that ought to do it. We're all set. Hey, Jack. High five. There you go. I appreciate the help, Jack.
That's what I'm here for.
And here I thought it was to keep me from going round the bend.
I chose to abandon that directive some time ago.
Shut up. That's not funny.
Captain Rhodes, full spectrum scan of the anomaly is complete.
All right, Hera. Push the results to the holotable in the EVA staging area.
Acknowledged.
Come on, Jack. Let's go have a look at the results. Maybe we'll learn something useful about this anomaly of ours.
That does seem likely, considering we currently know nothing at all.
Suppose I can't argue with that.
Unit 16, what is your current
Please
assignment?
excuse current assignments. Separate Captain Rhodes' personal effects from Atlas Corporation property in preparation for her upcoming departure.
Acknowledged. Carry on. Liv, is your own EVA suit operational? I don't see it here.
Okay, Jack. Let's see what we have.
Hera, status report.
Status, green. All systems nominal.
Well, that's good news. But what about our anomaly? Where is it?
Hera, display the anomaly's current location.
Acknowledged.
Ah, there we go. Wait, hang on.
Hera, is this image to scale?
Affirmative.
So the anomaly has increased in size.
Not a good sign.
Let's get a closer look.
Okay, let's see.
Curious.
I can't make head nor tail out of any of this data. What about you?
The data appears to have been corrupted somehow.
It's the same for all the readings. Spectrometer, interferometer, LiDAR. All rubbish.
Interference from the anomaly must be disrupting the transmission signal.
So, our sensor network is useless. What now?
You are still the captain of this facility. I defer to your judgment.
I was afraid you were going to say that. All right, if we don't get a handle on that anomaly, we're going to be in serious trouble.
Agreed.
I don't want to do this, but I think I have to send you out to investigate the anomaly up close.
Good idea. If I use my scanner to examine the anomaly, I'll be able to analyze the data in real time.
I'm sorry, Jack. You know I wouldn't ask you to do this unless I couldn't see any other way around it.
I'm specifically designed for operation in hazardous environments. It only makes sense. Besides, we need to determine the nature of this anomaly. And I suggest we do so quickly.
Okay. Okay, well... no sense wasting any more time then. Let's get you into the airlock, sharpish.
Caution. Airlock opening.
You'll need to secure the rig to your back.
EVA rig secured. Initializing advanced movement systems. Stand by for calibration. Module M-201. Primary boosters. Your EVA pack allows you to boost forward in the direction you are looking. When you are ready, please exit the activation pod and use your EVA boost to reach the console ahead. Well done. Please press the hollow button to continue. Now boost to the end of the hall before the walls close in on you. Multiple boosts may be required. Excellent. Module M116. Braking thrusters. This module will calibrate your braking thrusters, which allow you to stop in place without grabbing any surface. Please exit the activation pod and proceed to the room ahead. There are 2 target zones in the next room. Please boost into one of the zones and use your braking thrusters to come to a full stop. Success! Now, use your braking thrusters to stop inside target zone B. Calibration module complete. Please stand by.
EVA rig fully functional. Ready to disembark.
Wait, Jack, where are you going? Back in the airlock. If you're going out there, you'll need an EVA rig. There should be some inside the airlock. Just take one off the rack.
Inner bulkhead sealed.
Once the inner door's sealed, you're clear to cycle the airlock. Once the airlock is cycled, head outside and make your way to the anomaly. Get a scan if possible, but don't put yourself at any unnecessary risk.
Understood.
I'm going back up to the bridge. I can keep a better eye on your status from there. Keep this comm channel open. Maintain constant contact.
Copy that.
Depressurization
Jack?
complete.
Yes.
Ready for EVA departure.
Be careful out there.
Don't worry, Liv. I'm sure it'll be no problem.
Isn't that what we always say right before there's a problem?
Exiting portside airlock.
Copy. There should be a Fury transport dock just outside the airlock. Jesus, Jack. Are you alright?
Affirmative. Minor disruption.
I think those disturbances might actually be electromagnetic pulses. You might not be able to scan the anomaly up close, but I think we can reconfigure a geological sensor to do the trick.
How so?
Well, if we can use it to read fluctuations in the magnetic field, we should be able to get a look inside. There's just several problems.
Go on.
I've got failures all over the facility. For this plan to work, we'll first need to clear up some problems in the container field, the primary dig site, and the processing line.
Send the details to my ARM computer.
Done. Let me know when you arrive at the sites.
Prep for RCS thruster calibration. Please hold on to the railing for the duration of the test flight. Initiating RCS thruster test. In 3, 2, 1. RCS thruster check complete. Proceeding to primary thruster calibration. Reminder, please hold on to the railing. Igniting primary thrusters. In 3, 2, 1. Fury transport calibration complete. You may now proceed with normal transportation operations. Press the hollow button to activate the navigational controls. Select your destination. Destination, Communications Satellite F7. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
I'm not reading a signal from ComSat F7.
Damn. Hera, give us a level 1 diagnostic on all components.
Scanning.
Let's see. Looks like one of the ComSat's solar panels took some structural damage. It may have lost a few solar cells. You'll have to replace them. There should be some spares stored on the side of the satellite.
That's one. Hera, status report.
Cell installation successful. 0 errors detected.
Acknowledged. Proceeding to next panel. Cell in place. One more to go. That's all of them. Hera, verify solar panel integrity.
Satellite F7 online. Solar panels optimal. Wattage stable.
Nice job. I'm getting a strong signal. It may actually help us get a better reading on the anomaly. Did you know that beforehand, Jag?
Of course, it only makes sense.
You can be quite the insufferable know-it-all sometimes, you know that?
Naturally.
Select your destination. Destination, Communications Satellite D4. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
ComSat D4 is inactive as well.
Hera, run a diagnostic on satellite D4.
Scanning. Satellite offline. Solar panels are operational, but their current wattage is at 5% of their effective PTC rating.
Interference from the anomaly, I suspect. It should have a backup battery for these situations, though.
I'll open the maintenance hatch and take a look. The emergency control panel. I'll need to cut through before I can access it. I've set the satellite to perform a power cycle once I restore it.
Gonna try the old turn it off and on again method, are we?
In a manner of speaking. But I'll need to examine its backup battery first.
Select your destination. Destination, primary dig site. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Approaching primary dig site.
Any sign of activity? The whole site's gone dark and we need the comms array there to boost the data buffer from our sensor sweep.
All systems appear offline. Emergency lighting only.
Damn. Well, clearly something went wrong here.
Leave it to me. I'll find the cause.
Sorry, Jack. I hate that I'm asking so much of you today. I'll help you from here as best I can. Anyway, better get to it. Let me know what you find.
Battery removed. It's definitely depleted.
Well, that explains that. Your Fury transport should have a spare you can replace it with.
The backup battery should be on the aft of the transport. Battery acquired.
Shields at 95%.
Power restored. I should be able to turn the dampener on now. Dampener online. Geiger readings nominal.
Nice job. That should buy you some time. If the dampener goes down again, you can recharge the battery back at the Fury. Based on the radiation, I bet that generator has a damaged core. Look for a maintenance panel that you can cut open.
Maintenance panel removed.
How's it look?
The main reactor appears to be intact, but the fuel rod is partially melted.
Damn it. Better jettison it then. It may be good to scan it
Security
first,
brace
though. The data
disengaged.
could prove useful.
Severe thermal damage detected. Main fuel supply depleted.
Depleted? Helium fusion rods can last a century. How could it discharge that much energy so quickly without exploding? Well, if you have a moment, could you scan those labor units too? The data could help me figure out what happened.
A fusion generator, more than capable of powering the entire dig site. Broad spectrum lattice displacement. These labor units have suffered catastrophic radiation damage.
And all without setting off a radiation alarm or abandoning the site. It must have been sudden. That settles it. Let's get rid of the fuel rod. It's too dangerous to keep around.
second security brace released. Manual ejection sequence online. Fuel rod jettisoned. Generator systems offline.
Radiation dissipating. That core seems to have been the only source.
Good work. Now, just get the generator a new fuel rod and re-engage the locking mechanisms. There should be a spare in the site's core enclosure.
New core acquired. Returning to the generator.
New fuel element accepted. Please re-engage safety protocols. Control rods engaged. Fusion reaction initiated. Please initiate a manual reboot. Connection with primary dig site re-established.
Excellent. I pulled a few labor units out of mothballs to mount the antenna while you finish the repairs. You'll need to assemble them before you move on. A Fury transport should arrive with them shortly. The data from your scans is bizarre. This sort of erosion... How could it have happened instantaneously?
Could the radiation have corrupted the data?
Possibly.
Labor
But that
unit
can't be the
online.
only factor.
Proceeding with primary.
This anomaly isn't just a mass of radiation. There's more to it than that. I'm certain now.
Labor unit online.
Labor units
Proceeding
online.
with primary.
With them
assignment.
managing the data flow, you'll be free to operate the sensor once we're ready to scan.
Are you sure they won't need assistance?
Positive. You can't do
Attachment
everything
detected.
yourself when I'm gone, Jack. A good captain knows how to delegate.
Evidently.
I heard that. Okay, good start. We still need to find out what happened on the processing line and at the container field. Let me know when you find out more. Oh, and Jack, if you have a moment, search the primary dig site for another labor unit. I'm getting a signal from one nearby and we could use the extra set of hands.
My sensors are picking up a signal from deeper inside this cave. Liv, I found the labor unit. It has been dismembered, and it may have suffered internal damage as well.
Try to get its limbs reattached at least. We can perform a more thorough diagnostic later.
Repairs complete. Unit 38, are you operational?
Affirmative. I feel lovely. Just lovely. How are you?
You have definitely sustained internal damage.
Negative. This unit is operating at 10,000% efficiency. As you can see, the bridge is in excellent condition.
This is a cave.
Negative, negative, negative. This is the bridge. I recommend you schedule yourself for maintenance, Echo 1. You are being very negative.
Liv, I've found the missing labor unit near the primary dig site and... well, it's disoriented.
What the hell do you mean by that?
Is that Captain Rhodes? Are you speaking to Captain Rhodes? Please tell her that I am nearly finished clearing her browsing history, as requested.
Maybe you should just leave it alone for now.
That may be for the best.
That fuel rod was completely inert. It should have been good for another century before it burned out. Something very strange is going on here.
Select your destination. Destination, container field. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Approaching container field.
I'm picking up latent radiological activity in that area.
Something must have contaminated the cargo.
There's no way we'll get a clear read on the anomaly with all that interference. You'll need to find the source of the radiation and jettison it.
My scanner should help me track down the culprit.
Best guess, I'd say you're looking for levels around 80 or 90 decigrays. If you get into trouble, remember you can use the Fury module's induction panel to recharge your shields.
Radiation absorption at 30 decigrays and climbing.
You're getting warmer. Watch yourself.
Shields at 95%.
Agitated deuterium ions detected.
Deuterium? That's a hydrogen isotope. How'd that end up in one of our helium-3 containers?
Unclear. The processing line is configured to scrub any excess hydrogen.
Ah, sod it. For now, let's just deal with the contamination. I'll dispatch a Fury to remove the irradiated container. Wait, something's wrong.
What is it?
I can't get the Fury transport to decouple from the container on the upper rack.
I can throw the manual override on the Fury's hitch. Stand by. I'll make my way up there now. Approaching Fury transport.
Careful. Once you decouple the transport's hitch, the autopilot's likely to kick in. So either get clear or find something to hold on to.
Fury hitch released.
Autopilot's taking over. So far, so good. Ah! Jack? Are you alright?
Affirmative. But the container was breached. The contamination is spreading.
Well, that certainly didn't go as planned. Okay, I've got an idea. If I release the container's maglocks, the Fury should just carry it away. Oh, or it would if the controls were actually responding. You know what? Screw it. Just cut the power. Maybe that'll do it.
Considering the damage, are you sure that's wise?
Wise? Definitely not. But will it work? Only one way to find out.
Do I need to mention this is a gross violation of protocol?
It's either this or risk contaminating the entire shipment. Sometimes you just have to improvise. Ah! Holy What the hell just happened?
Explosive decompression. The escaping gas caused the container to jettison itself.
Okay, so not exactly what we were aiming for, but, well, I suppose that takes care of our radiation problem. Good work. The sensor should be able to scan the anomaly free of interference. We're almost there. We still need to investigate the processing line. Update me when you arrive. Hold on. Something's wrong with that Fury transport.
The one that collided with the container. What's wrong with it?
I'm really not sure. It's moving erratically, veering wildly off its flight path.
Could be a problem with the Fury's flight dynamics.
Probably just need to reset the navcom. If you get a chance, would you mind looking into it?
Copy that.
And I'm not sure, but I think we might need to resynchronize the container field's inventory control system.
Are these issues urgent?
Not really. Neither one's going to keep us from scanning the anomaly. Consider them both secondary priorities. Nice. Good work, Jack.
What is it?
Nothing. I'm sorry, it was like watching some sort of weird robot rodeo. Cowboy Jack ropes himself a Fury.
Do I get a hat?
A hat, fancy boots, shiny spurs. We'll fix you right up. Till then, you can just leave the Fury where it is. I'll have Hera run some diagnostics on it before I can reconnect the remote link.
Copy that. I'm moving on.
Happy trails, partner.
Liv, you were right. The inventory control system is out of sync.
Probably got knocked off cycle by one of those pulses. In order to resynchronize the inventory system, you'll have to quickly scan each of the 3 I/O ports in the container field.
Hera, mark the location of each I/O port on my HUD.
Once you scan the first I/O port, you'll have roughly 70 seconds to scan the other 2. If you don't make it, the system will reset and you'll have to start again.
That's one.
Clock is running. 70 seconds.
One more to go.
50 seconds remaining. Success. Inventory control station synchronized.
That was impressive.
It wasn't all that difficult. After all, I was specifically designed to handle these types of demanding situations.
Plus, you're incredibly modest.
Thank you.
Select your destination. Destination, Kronos 2. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
I'm still trying to work out just how the hell we wound up with a container full of concentrated deuterium.
I'm not certain. Deuterium is a byproduct of helium-3 atomic decay.
But helium-3 is a stable isotope. It would take centuries for it to decay. It doesn't make any sense.
Inbound on the processing line.
So, we're going to need a lot of energy for this sensor sweep, but the pulse knocked out the flow control on the plasmonades. They're burning out of control and draining the power reserves.
One of us will need to enter the processing line and reach the emergency reset.
Well, I'd do it,